We bring you an inspiring series that captures the unique essence of each individual's path to success. Join us as we explore lives, passions, and the dreams that drive us all. Personalities, because every journey is worth sharing. Weekdays on NCN TV. Don't just watch, be inspired.
Right, so as we celebrate International Jazz Day today, I know we've got a lot of jazz lovers in the house. Natasha is one of them. You can see the expression on her face. You love jazz,
I think jazz is a nice little zest, man.
Yeah, it's a nice little zest. I think
After the future, I can tell you if I really like
I think it's pretty cool indeed. But International Jazz Day is today, and today we are going to pay tribute to one of Guyana's very talented instrumentalist, guitarist, Mr. Herbert Marshall. Mr. Marshall has been a prominent figure in the jazz industry for over 60 years, and of course has received numerous awards for his exceptional contributions to this particular genre. So as we celebrate International Jazz Day today, let's pay tribute to Mr. Herbert Marshall.
Today, we celebrate Herbie Marshall, a guitarist whose legacy spans over 6 decades of groundbreaking jazz music. Mr. Marshall, can you tell us what jazz music is?
Jazz music is a genre of music that the historians and the speculators would say different things, but it got popular in the United States of America, maybe in the 19th century, and came over to the 20th century. In New Orleans, where you can take any song and you play it in jazz, which is a rhythm, a beat, which you improvise on a specific song, any song.
What drew you to this genre of music, and more specifically, the guitar?
I was drawn to jazz music because I was a young musician, a boy playing pop music. Because when you're young, like now you have the young people doing dancehall, it's correct, it's right, reggae, soca, because it's popular music. So I was one of those kids who played soul music, popular music, and I thought I was good at it. Then I got youth arrogance. Went into a jazz club with the great Harry Whittaker. I know nothing about jazz, but I figure I good. I put a guitar on my shoulders. He says to me, we're doing Duke Ellington's song, Take the A Train, and he sing C major 7th. I'm like, I held the chord. I held C dominant 7th because it's in a major context. He said, that's the wrong chord. I'm like, no, this is a major here. He moved my first finger. He said, play that chord. And I never saw this chord in my life. I never heard it. It sounds wrong. He said, I want C with B, not C with B flat. And my hands dropped. He said, small boy, come. Put that guitar down. Take this note. He wrote Kings Street. Afonso record bar, Dan Morgan, book 1. I was like 18 years of age. He said, buy this book 1, don't buy book 2, and learn these chords. That guitar stuck on my shoulders like a ton of bricks. I was so embarrassed I couldn't take it off. And the Monday morning, my mother gave me some change. I bought that book, and the rest was history.
Tell us about the first piece you have created as a jazz musician, and just give us more in-depth detail as to why you created this piece, as towards your inspiration of creating this piece.
Yeah, my first piece of jazz composition is a tune titled Permanent Residence. Residence is living where you live, either in your country or in your home. That's residence. Permanent means lasting, perennial, forever. But what they don't know, I tell some of them, that album is part of the music, the jazz music, resides in me permanently.
Mr. Marshall, you've been performing for over 60 years. Can you just highlight for us some of the memorable performances that you did both locally here in Ghana and abroad, internationally?
I remember vividly that in the Sidewalk Jazz Club, it started in 1992, where solos coming around, and I walked out of the club, had a 100-foot cord, and I'm out on the streets and playing the guitar and coming around and block the traffic from there to there, and everybody screaming in the club, and it's like I'm just playing and I never forgot that. Some people videoed it and whatever, but that was a memorable occasion in this country where something was different, where you could walk out in the streets from a club and everybody behind you. It's not something that happens. It's not kind of normal, man. Yeah, I always remember that. That is here.
What about those performances you did abroad, internationally?
Well, I worked on cruise lines for lots of years, and I remember we were in Estonia, the country Estonia, and the ship was docked and we came off. We had a musical jam like on the streets where the passengers came out, and we were playing the bands and we were doing some Jimi Hendrix work. And I got the guitar behind my head and just, out and playing the jazz rock blues, and people come and say, where are you from? I'm from South America, Guyana. And you never forget, yeah, Guyana, near to Brazil. And what, you speak English? Say, yes, English speaking colony. And they're like, we will learn to play this from like this. I said, just natural, just love it. And I couldn't forget that.
Tell us about some of the achievements and accomplishments that you've gained over the years as a jazz musician.
I was happy to receive the award from Theatre Guild. It was a very masterful institution of understanding the arts. And I received my certificates from working Princess Cruise Lines throughout the years. The certificates where I can go and play any part of the world with those certificates. International Jazz Day could work as a healing force for the whole world. I know that. Because who never heard it would get it in something new. Anything new would put you in a different direction. It could take you out of your boredom, take you out of that you're stuck in the rut. Even if you're studying to be a doctor or a businessman, and you listen to that, something it can work.
Herbie Marshall, the one and only, as we celebrate International Jazz Day. And I always like to see videos like these and documentaries where we feature our prominent Guyanese people, not only within the arts, especially a little biased towards the arts, but Herbie Marshall is one of those guitarists. When you listen to him, I was telling the guys, it just does something to you, and he can go on and on and on, and you just be there, and hours will pass by. So top of the morning to Bunny Alves, Charmin Blackman, Herbie, Marshall, and the entire team, Ezzy Rockcliffe. And so thank you for your long-standing contribution towards jazz. Guys, take it away.
For me, I'm looking at continuation. I'm always big on that. We have those folks who've made significant contributions to whatever field, but it's important that they continue to play an instrumental role in ensuring that the younger generation, that the art and the craft and all that stuff is passed on to the younger generation, and these guys are going to continue to play a role with the right type of support. I'm certain, I know government is doing a lot to ensure that the arts that it remains alive, because we can't do without the arts in Guyana, and a lot of emphasis being placed on the art forms as well. So I'm looking forward to see that Mr. Marshall as well plays a role when it comes to ensuring that is passed on to the next generation.
For sure. Just before we go to break, there are two other Facebook comments that I think are very important for us to read. And I just wanted to point this out as well, Natasha. It's very critical because